If you are pregnant, postpartum, maybe you have 1 or 2 minutes a day to do something to help your body start to feel like yourself again, this video is all about the one move that you should do. All right, hop back to your mat. So this is called 360-degree breathing, and it is a diaphragmatic type breathing that is the foundational movement for pregnancy and postpartum and beyond. When you have this practice and down pat, it will help every other movement that you plan to do. So you're gonna take your hands in a C shape, put them around your ribs. We're gonna start seated, and you do a big inhale in. As you inhale, your ribs expand in all directions into your hands, and then you're gonna exhale audibly. And when you do that, your ribs come back together. I'm gonna have you keep practicing the breathing as I talk through all the different layers that go into it. There are gonna be a lot of things that I talk about. It's okay. If this is the first time you've ever done it, it's okay to feel like there's, oh my gosh, how am I gonna do all of this? It's all about the practice. And I want you to stay all the way until the end, because we're gonna try it in different positions. We're gonna keep practicing it. So even by the end of this video, you're gonna feel like you have a better understanding and you're well on your way. So again, you have your hands in that C shape. On a big inhale, your ribs expand in all directions. So you should feel your hands expanding open, and it's all directions. So it's forwards, sideways, and back. And with that inhale, you're also thinking about your pelvic floor relaxing down to the floor. So letting that contraction go and relaxing. On an exhale, it's audible, like you're blowing out hundreds of birthday candles. Your ribs knit back together. So it's now you're feeling your fingers come back together as your ribs contract down. You're also having your pelvic floor contract up and in. So if you think about your pelvic floor like a tissue that's on the floor, you're thinking about the muscles bringing the 4 points of the tissue up together and inside your body. That's kind of a descriptive way of thinking about it. So it's that contraction up and in on the exhale. Also on the exhale, you're thinking about your deep core layer of abs contracting. So that is like the corset muscle of your abs. It's thinking about like you're being wrapped up in mummy tape, or like somebody's literally like cinching up that corset, that you're feeling that contraction. So we're gonna do a few more in this position. So inhale in, ribs expand in all directions, pelvic floor relaxes. Exhale, it's audible, pelvic floor is up and in, ribs knit back together, and abs tighten like a corset. Inhale, and you want to think about your shoulders being down. You don't want to have them sort of hunched up. You want to try to stay as relaxed as you can. And then exhale, audible, pelvic floor is up and in, ribs knit back together. And if you want to close your eyes when you do this, that's amazing too. Big inhale, ribs expand in all directions, pelvic floor relaxes, and then exhale, pelvic floor is up and in, ribs knit back together, abs are tight like a corset. I'm gonna have you do a few more. We'll do maybe 3 more, and then we're gonna change positions. So I'm Dr. Sarah, welcome. I'm so glad that you're here, that you are showing up for you in a way that feels good. Pajamas are always welcome. Closet floors, wherever you are, however you can show up is amazing. And so I am a movement coach, I'm a family physician, and I'm a mom of 5 who are currently ages 8 and under. So we have a lot going on here, and my channel is all about creating doable, judgment-free, not intimidating ways to move your body that can help you feel strong and energized and confident. So definitely subscribe if that sounds like what you're looking for. Okay, now we're gonna go into a tall kneeling position. What I mean by that is I am, come to the side, I'm just up on my knees as opposed to being sitting on my bum. You could also do this position too. I just like to try different positions. So same thing, hands in that C-shaped, big inhale in, ribs expand in all directions, pelvic floor relaxes, and then exhale. Pelvic floor is up and in, ribs knit back together, abs are tight like a corset. And you can do a few more in this position. I actually just finished a run, a quick, easy run, and I did a stretch, and then I was planning to do my 360 breathing, which I often will do at the end of a workout. I sometimes will combine it with meditation, and I thought, why don't I record another video about 360 breathing, because it's so foundational, and this is something that it's breathing, right? So literally I am in the hospital bed recovering from a delivery, and I will practice some of this breathing because it also helps to calm down your nervous system. So tantrums, navigating parenting in general, feeling stressed or worried about anything, this breathing just helps me to find a way to sort of calm down some of that nervous energy, calm down my nervous system. It's also wonderful to do at bedtime. Just experiment with it and see how it feels. And this is always all about education. This is never medical advice. This is just kind of, like I said, education, showing you what 360 breathing is and how it works and how to do it. Okay, so we'll do 2 more here. Big inhale, ribs expand in all directions, pelvic floor relaxes, and then exhale. Pelvic floor is up and in, ribs knit back together. And I actually recently had a client tell me, she had just started working on this for a couple of weeks and already was noticing like, oh, I got a cold and I feel a lot less nervous to sneeze, because she has been working on pairing the breathing with the pelvic floor and just kind of healing and strengthening everything in the postpartum period. Now we're gonna go into an all fours position. Again, we're just practicing this in all different positions so it becomes second nature. So then when you get to, maybe you're doing squats, or maybe you're running or walking or doing lunges or other strength training, this breathing is second nature, and you can incorporate it into all the different exercising that you do, which then creates that deep core strength as part of every activity that you're doing. Okay, so I'm in a quadruped position. My knees and hips are at 90 degrees, and then my wrist, elbow, and shoulders are in a line. My low back is neutral, so I'm not arched, and I'm also not, I'm not arched like this, and I'm not flexed, I'm just neutral. So we're gonna do that again. Big inhale in, ribs expand in all directions, pelvic floor relaxes. You wanna be careful with that inhale that your shoulders aren't hunching up. I just did that, so that's why I'm saying it. You wanna make sure they are staying away from your ears. And then exhale. It's audible, like you're blowing out hundreds of birthday candles. Pelvic floor is up and in. Ribs knit back together like a corset. And your abs are tight like a corset. So big inhale. Pelvic floor relaxes, and then exhale. Pelvic floor up and in. Awesome. 2 more here. Big inhale. And exhale. And definitely let me know in the comments what you think about how you feel, how your body and your mind feel after doing this. Inhale and exhale. And the last one we're gonna do is just laying down. So again, just on my back here, neutral spine as best you can. You can have your hands on your ribs here again. If that doesn't feel comfortable for whatever reason, you can put them on your low belly. Just do whatever feels good for you. Again, big inhale in. Pelvic floor relaxes, and then exhale. And you may be thinking like, Dr. Sarah, this is not intuitive. This just feels so odd. That's exactly how I felt when I first learned how to do this. And as I've been practicing it for years with all the different babies that I've had, it has become second nature. So it's really, you can do it. It's all about just practicing and showing up and thinking about your breath, which sometimes can feel a little bit different from what we typically do. but it's actually a wonderful way to be present and to be really sort of mindful in what you're doing. And you keep doing those breaths. Big breath in, and then exhale. Two more. Big inhale and exhale. And last one. Inhale and exhale. And it's such a wonderful way, again, to calm your nervous system down, after an intentional nervous system ramp up, like a run, or maybe an unintentional one, like parenting, kids tantruming, unexpected news, things don't go according to plan, all the different things that happen in our lives as moms. And so, if you are that pregnant postpartum, no matter how far postpartum you are, whether it's weeks or years, and you are in that zone of feeling like, how do I fit this in? How do I move my body? It feels overwhelming to even think about where to start, what to do, how to do it, what's safe, what's not safe. Maybe you've talked to different people in your healthcare world and they have given you some very vague general advice, but not really knowing the nitty-gritty of how do I do this? How do I feel like myself again? Because many times that postpartum period especially can feel very disorienting, or you can almost feel lost, like, who am I? Whose body is this? Because this doesn't feel like me when I was pregnant. It doesn't feel like me before pregnancy. And how do I get back in touch with the me that I know is in there, even though my body is functioning differently? Maybe it looks differently, it feels different. I'm still in there. How do I tap into that person? So that is what my movement coaching is all about. And, it's really about keeping it to minutes a day, where on the other side of that, when you become consistent with that, it's finding yourself again. It's finding joy in being you, not just the mom to your baby, not just however you show up at work or at home, but finding joy in you again, and finding yourself again, reconnecting to your body, your mind, your spirit, all of those things, and showing up in a way that feels good. You feel confident, you feel strong and energized and vibrant, and then that spills over into your family as well. That's what movement can do for you. Movement is medicine. Even in just a few minutes a day, it makes a huge difference. I've seen this with clients, with patients, with myself. So if that's something that you're looking for, if that's what, if you want that strength, that vibrancy, you want to reconnect with yourself or find yourself again, definitely sign up for my free 30-minute movement consult, which is the link to sign up is in the description box, where we can talk more about what that transformation looks like for you and what the personalized support inside that program looks like, because I want that for you. I want that feeling incredible, feeling like yourself, and showing up in a way that is exactly how you want to be, because that's what can happen. All right, subscribe for more so you never miss a video. Make sure to ring the bell. Lots of doable, judgment-free, not intimidating ways to move your body here. And yeah, definitely see you guys next time. Thank you so much again for being here. I love getting moving with you. All right, bye everyone.